Joey again as the critical Missourian, and Cassiopeia, my dog, who decided she wanted pets all the time. So there was. I'm going to talk to you about a subject from the view of a working class person. So I'm have some. I'm just not. I'm just been watching the news here lately, and it's been concerning me. And the subject I want to talk about is how the aristocracy of this country is doing damage to the country. Let me explain that. When you got rich people who will do anything to get out of paying taxes, or they try to find some way to make themselves even more richer, and they're not, and they're wanting to do this without giving it any benefits. This is what I don't understand. Is like this. They want to get in. They want to cut all social services that we need, and if it was left up to the rich, they would eliminate everything. Social Security, Medicaid, any of those, any welfare programs. They would put a complete, total end to it. And then that way, they don't have to don't have to foot the bill. They're so worried about their how much money has been taken out in taxes that they would do anything to evade the taxes, and then let the common man make up the difference. Yes, they will do. They've been working on that. It just takes a little bit of observation and just to sit there and see something ain't adding up here. When you're hearing a lot of people that are finding ways to evade taxes by going to tax shelters, tax havens. That's money that Uncle Sam ain't getting. And all it takes, we have to end up having to foot the bill for that. So, seriously, I'm not kidding. There's more to it than that. When you got them trying to manipulate education, and this is just a theory of mine, because I know I've heard stories where they have tried to influence our education to dumb it down to where all they have is steady stream of workers to make them money, and we won't be with that in mind, we won't be able to get ourselves ahead and join their crowd. They don't want nobody else in their crowd. They are almost so elitist. They probably would rather that we working class folk just stay poor. So I don't know. I am almost concerned how things are going. I mean, imagine this. I mean, I still think, seriously, that they would do anything to make our lives miserable. I mean, just so they can get more money. And the irony of the whole situation is we need the wealthy. Unfortunately, their tax bills what pay for the services that we need. I mean, roads don't get fixed by themselves. Ambulances don't get serviced by what you pay. They get a part of that in taxes. You're a ham. You know that girl? Spoiled. But yeah, I mean, we working class folk need the rich in a way, because they're the ones who own the factories and all the places that we work at. So I'm not an advocate. I'm not saying to get that we need to eliminate the wealthy, because we need them to provide the jobs for us. But on the other hand, I think we need the wealthy needs to stop and realize that they need to stop trying to chase after more money and start paying their fair share of things in this society. Stop trying to trying to gain all the benefits of being an American citizen and leaving Joe Blow to foot the bill for them. This is unfair. This is not fair to us as American workers. When I'm sitting here hearing about, like I said earlier, people are renouncing their citizenship to go to like Singapore, but yet they get the benefit of still operating their business in this country. So, and yet they don't know. They don't pay tax. They won't be able to pay taxes. They won't pay taxes again. That leaves us to have to pick up where they left off. So, I think that it's really time that we put pressure on our senators to kind of our Congress to really do something more to put it into these benefits that wealthy people get. Like I said, renouncing their citizenship so they don't have to pay taxes anymore, and then still operate a business in this country and making money, and leave it for the rest of us. And that we need to put more work on that and get Congress to get moved to act against situations like this. I mean, if I also would believe that if you, as a wealthy person, move your business overseas, you get stumped with these tariffs, you shouldn't be whining and crying to us about it. You should have kept you should keep a business. In the whole point of the tariffs is to get more businesses to reopen back up in the country. Although I do recognize in way, tariffs don't always work. They've been proven in history detrimental, like during the Depression when they had the tariffs. It may have not caused the Great Depression, but it sure didn't help it. So anyhow, I really think we need to have a further talk and discussion about the things that the wealthy are doing that are detrimental. I mean, they need to keep their I really believe they need to keep out of our, they need to keep their influences out of our education, unless they're doing it for a positive benefit. They need to keep their hands out of our government and not trying to influence government to just benefit them. If they are only going to donate money for a election, just so they could do something that makes them money and only benefits them, then they should be staying out of our government. I also would support a bill that would put an end to lobbying. I'm afraid that's was one of my biggest complaints about our government, is big wealth making lobbying is in the government lobbying all the time and influence our politicians to go their way without and not to follow the view that the 95% of us or up to 97% of us believe. I mean, the wealthy only make a small percentile of American society, but they need to really keep their hands out of politics if they're going to do anything that don't benefit us, the rest that make up the majority. I am beyond unsatisfied with how they've done that. I mean, every time you turn around, tax cuts. That's what they try to vote for, and it's always the wealthy. They're trying to do it for them for their own benefit. And you may say, well, we did get tax cuts back way on when. We got refunds. Well, it may benefit the average Joe, but you gotta stop and think, who else behind the scene has got even a bigger payday from that. So, another food for thought is we really need to be rallying to tell the rich, if you want to be a part of American society, you need to contribute. If it's 50% of your income, so be it. If that's whatever the government lobbies. But don't sit here and don't do us working class dirty and leave us to foot us the bill, so you can just gain a few more extra dollars in your own pocket while we're sitting here either busting our tail trying to pay our bills barely making it, and yet that's they want to do. That's really almost to a point where it's unacceptable. And I think, and I hope, pray, that will be that there comes a day that America realize the same thing, and part of this reason why I've become disillusioned with politics in general. I'm going to make another video with that, but this is one of my reasons why I don't care for politics. I don't vote. I don't care for anything because it's just become a crap show. So, anyhow, like I said, this is food for thought. We need to sit and think about it. Have a broad discussion about it. And hopefully on the next video, I'll probably get to the politics that I so vehemently despise. So, if I have time. So, I'll see you later. In the first segment of the video, I had mentioned how I feel that the wealthy are doing harm to this country, and I don't think I had reiterated why. I mean, I think realistically, you want to get down to brass tacks thinking about it, they're doing much more harm. I mean, when they are funding anything like more oil exploration that does damage to the environment, more mining expeditions, and doing anything. I mean, they would clear a whole forest just so they can gain a few extra dollars in their pocket. They have, the wealthy have ravaged the environment in the sake of just gaining a few, more dollars. I mean, I do recognize that we do need oil because we are in an oil economy, but besides that, and I mean, if you look throughout history, everything about what the gain of a dollar does always has a consequence from somewhere. I mean, so yeah, the wealthy have helped damage our environment because they would do things that were like cut costs of any way. They would cut the costs of their explorations or anything, do shoddy work, get low standards or subpar materials for their exploration. And when an accident happens, they think they can get away with just paying a small fine and their wealth is saved. So that's one bullet point. They're too much, like I was saying in my the last part, why they're too much in our government. Because, like I said earlier, they're trying to find some ways to eliminate any services that cost them money, and or get out paying for anything, and then leave it the rest of us to pay for it. That is a bit of the summary I forgot to add. I forgot to emphasize. I mean, when they would gladly pay $1 million to have surgery done out of their own pocket, but would gladly eliminate the Medicare, Medicaid. They would gladly, if they had their heart's content, they would eliminate that and leave us to have to pay more money for hospital and medical treatment that we need, and it'd be too expensive, because by then, if they would, had their way, they would increase prices. Though that only hospitals would increase prices just so they can gain some more of that at our expense. I mean, like I said, with the thing with the education, that was, like I said, that's just more my own observational opinion, because, like I said in my education video, the thing with the Common Core kind of proves. I mean, the parents that have sat down and worked with the Common Core with their kids know that's complete crap. It's worthless, though, and it's only there just to get, just so they can get more workers in their factories. I mean, they dumb down the education system, where you just get a quick education, a quick meaningless education, just so you can service their factories, just to make them more money. I mean, that's like I said, that's my opinion, but it's observational, and it kind of looks like they are putting there too much to hand in there. Another point. I mean, the thing with that I'm just seeing is they're generally trying to take advantage of us in the lower class. It's like they don't understand what it's like to be Mr. Construction worker, has get up and crack at dawn, go job site, work your tail off, come home, and have to pay and get only to get a not so. I mean, it's a paycheck, pays the just pays the bills, but doesn't buy that big fancy smancy house on the hill or car in the driveway. I mean, may get you a used vehicle if you're, but they don't take care. They don't take care about. They don't think about us. So again, these are the reasons why I say, I mean, they would, if, and just I was thoroughly frustrated with this subject, because the fact that they are paying billions of dollars to do anything that could align their pockets even more, instead of helping the homeless. They would actually would love to sweep homeless right out of this country. Let's let them be somebody else's problem, so they don't have to see that. So, I mean, some of these people are down. I mean, I'm not saying all people are like this, not all, but there's a good number that's doing some not so pleasant practice. I mean, that that makes a gain for them. And I hope I don't have to make another follow-up video, but if need be, I will, as soon as more information comes to my attention and more bullets to the arguments that I may have missed or overlooked. I will probably do another video following up that, but I think that what I was saying earlier in the last segment that I was trying to say, again, we need to sit and think about how much damage the rich has done because we let them run amok and not put strict controls on them, or at least someone to at least quote unquote babysit them, make sure that they're doing the right thing. But reality is the government doesn't have the money to go sit down at every business and pay and sit there and look through everybody's books, make sure they're playing fair and playing right or by the law. So it is that. So anyhow, hopefully I will catch you on another video. Goodbye.